Hey guys, today is Monday, January the 1st of 2024. Happy New Year's to you all. I hope you guys had a great time. I hope you enter the year with your loved ones, family, friends, close friends. And I just want to wish you the best of the best. Love, health, and happiness, and success. So without any further delay, you know what time of the month it is, right? It's the uranium spot price monthly update. We are going to look at what has happened in December, and we have a close as of right now of 91.60 cents. There's a couple of things I wanted to go over in this chart, which is very interesting, especially in the times that we are living in. So without any further delay, let's get into it. So we have, I'm going to say like 3 cycles here that I want to show you. So we're going to start off with the big picture cycle, which is the 298 cycle. And this cycle, let's close this out so we can go into the future, is the bullish cycle. This cycle peaks somewhere around, you could say 32 September. As of now, this is a dynamic cycle, spectrum cycle analysis, so it's going to fluctuate. But as of right now, for 2024 January, this is where it peaks. So this is bullish. Is uranium spot price going to just continue in a straight line going up? I mean, it can. It did it here, and then it crashed. But what's healthy, in my opinion, it's when it oscillates, consolidates, pulls back a little bit, and then continues going higher. That's a little more kind of healthy. But, you know, uranium spot is going to do what it's going to do. Price is king, as I say. But that's what this cycle is indicating, and this one is very bullish. So this is the big one. The next one is the 174 cycle, which is this one. This one is about to hit a peak right now in January of this year. Does it concern me? Yeah, a little bit, because, you know, from here, 2016 low, which was like 18 and change, to now 91.60. That's pretty much 7 years. And one against theory is watch out, you know, on the 7th year and be cautious. I haven't seen it played out yet. I just see a nice little rally, very extreme for whatever reason. Why is it going higher? I don't know, but price is king. You just got to follow what price is doing. But what's concerning is that the 174 cycle is hitting a peak in January. Another thing I want you to notice is, look at this. These are closes, monthly closes. Look at that. Failed right there. And then it pushed back. That's where we're at right now. Right at that fail. As of now. From this low of 2000, the high was in 2007. So there is some kind of, what's the right word? Something with uranium spot price and 7. Just want you to keep that on the back of your mind. This low took 7 years, came down. 2016 to where we at, 7 years. Just be cautious. This cycle is peaked out right here, and then it goes down. Where's the next cycle? 47. This is the dominant cycle. The dominant cycle is always fractal. Remember that, fractal. It's much more up and down, up and down, up and down. So that's why you see these, you know, it's more fractal. That's pretty much the word I can think of. So it picks, you know, these turns, Sometimes it's, it oscillates, sideways when it's going down. And then right here, it gets a nice little bump. And it kind of went oscillating here. And then we got this nice little rally. Now this cycle is down. This cycle peaked somewhere around April of 2023. Interesting is that right where it peaked, this is where we got that nice explosion where it consolidated and then boom, broke out. Right where it peaked. And now this cycle is down to, you could say, April of 2025. So this is going down to April 2025. The 174 cycle is going down to like January of 2031. And the 298, it's a peak around 2032. How you like them apples? Now let's do some composite and see what's happening here. So we got one that's up and 174 that's down. Could this be possible? These are two cycles merged together. 2024 we could go sideways since we have this nice extreme move. 7-year cycle, or it's already in. Can we go sideways? Yeah, that's possible. Let's add the 47. And this is what you kind of get, which is almost mirroring it a little bit. But this one peaked around July of 2023, and now it goes down. So like April 25th, 2025, around there. And then kind of up, kind of sideways, just using these projection. Let's take out the 298. And this is a little more bearish because both of these cycles are down. So this is more like a bearish view of these two, 47 and the 174. So I just wanted to show you these projection lines so you could kind of get an idea. But the one that really concerns me is the 174. This could, and the 7-year cycles, the uranium spot price kind of shows here and there. It's going to be interesting to see what 2024 is going to bring. But a very nice run. I got to admit it. Very nice run. We're going to go now into the geometry side of the uranium spot price and kind of, throw in some Gann techniques in there and just kind of see where we're at in regards to level. If there's any key resistance and some angles that we could see. It could possibly stall, here, or maybe continue pushing higher. You know what? Before I go to the geometry side of the uranium spot price, I wanted to go show you Uranium Futures, which is UX2. And this is the weekly. And you can see that this has had a nice little run here. And we kissed this 61.8 level, which was 87, and continue pushing higher. The next level is 93.30. And you see I have the 7-year cycle here, which kicks in November. I gave it a little wiggle room of October, 1 month to the left and 1 month to the right, and see what happens in this area. So far it has been strong. So I want to see now if we could just continue grinding higher in January and February and see if we could push higher. There's a next level up there of 110 and change. Is it possible to get there? Yeah. But you just, you were taking, step by step. Once we enter the new year and see what we're going to do here, we're going to just kind of consolidate, go sideways. Are they going to take profits and pull back, test, some key levels, and then continue grinding higher? That all remains to be seen, but I just wanted to show you what the futures are at. 91.60, and there's a target of 93.30, and that's also a target of 110. Okay, guys, so here is my uranium chart here, and as you can see, right down here is a wave 5. We go and expand this using the Elliott wave theory. You got a 1, 2, 3, and then there's a 4, and then there's a 5 coming up in the future. So if this is a wave 3, if you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 moves within 2 and 3, in theory, Elliott wave, theory says that there's a wave 4 coming. So if this is where these cycles that, I was showing you earlier, where things could kind of top, maybe pull back a little bit, doesn't mean that it's over and it's going to crash down or, test these lows. Is not none of that. But that there could be some kind of pullback. If there's a wave 4 coming with the Elliott wave theory, 75.13 is a possible target, and 65.33, which kind of lines up with the Fukushima high. Is that the Fukushima high? Yes, I believe so. Yep. So there could be a possible pullback to complete a wave 4. Possible. Not saying it's going to happen, but the probabilities are high that we hit a wave 3 here. Now, once we do, if that happens and we pull back, projection targets for wave 5 will be 116.86 all the way to 142.78. So this is just, a forecasting probability. Is it going to happen? We don't know. But if using the Elliott theory, this is a path that it could play out, knowing that these cycles, one of them are already hitting a peak, and the other one is already down. So that's what Elliott wave is showing. Let's see if anything else. In regards to target, I had a target here, and it blew right through it. I have another target of 177, 183, and 189. This I could kind of see maybe going into 2032 or 33. This is kind of somewhere out in the future. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. In regards to Fibonacci, the 61.8 is 92.24, and we already kissed that right here, which kind of lines up right there. So that's the Elliott wave, and you can see that the Stokes are very toppy, pulled back, and now it's saying, yeah, it's kind of very toppy, very overextended. So just be careful out there. Now we're going to the good stuff, the geometry stuff of the uranium spot price. Okay, so looking at uranium spot price using the Andrews pitchfork, you can see that this is very bullish right here. We're in the angle. This is a 25%. That's the 50%. And this is from the important anchor points. So far, it's looking good. There's a lot of open space here using this technique. And we just got to look to see if there's any weakness here, but I can't see any resistance until we get to these lines up here. So far, that's looking good. In regards to it, modified at the 50%, you can see that we pierced right through the midpoint, which is a 50% modified. And there's a lot of open space here. And probably want to keep an eye on 2026 because this is where this extended move ends right here. Using the Dewey cycle, which is different from the spectrum cycle analyzer that I used in the earlier clip that I showed you. Interesting is that it's topping here also, and that's somewhere around November. So this is what I call the cluster effect. When you use different techniques and they're all kind of telling you the same thing, you just got to be very careful. This one is pointing down. It looks like it goes down to 25. This is, a bunch of different cycles of Dewey's here. And this one is an average of all these cycles down here. So it's kind of telling us possible turning point. So be cautious. That's all I'm going to say. That's what the Dewey cycle is indicating here. And then with the Gann speed lines, we went through the half. And then the next level will be the 3/4, which would be 106.79. So that's a possible target. We're far away from that, but that's very possible if these cycles don't get a hold of uranium spot price and turn it around. And using the Fibonacci, we already know that, 91.25, which is the 61.8 retracement. And we at right there. Interesting, a lot of the Fibo guys I know They always say, like, yeah, you got to watch out for that 61.8, retracement. It's all in nature. And I've seen it a lot where it kisses there, kind of, sometimes it sticks his head out, consolidates a little bit, and then turns down. But this is kind of like a hot zone or hot level where prices tend to like either stall, break through even stronger, or just kind of consolidate here at this level. From what they say on the Fibonacci guys is that 61.8, the 50 and the 382 retracement levels. These are the most important levels here. In Gann world, it's more like 50, the 75%, and then the 100%. But then he has other Gann retracement levels that are even more fractal. And that's for like, if you want to really dissect levels. I have that on my other platform, but this is just more the basis stuff. So just some little history on that. But yeah, we're here. Let's see what else we got to show. And I think that's it. Now we're going to the what I call the master chart and see what we could get out of there. So this is the master chart. There'll be 2 clips on these and then we'll end this video. So as you can see right here from this low, which was actually was $7.10. For some reason I was thinking 18. I don't know why I was thinking 18 from. Maybe actually 18, yeah, maybe it was 18 from here. So $7.10. Remember the number 7? What Gann's theory is that the numbers always vibrate to what the price action is doing on the instrument that you're trading. So even the price itself as the low somehow is embedded in the vibration and the movement of the stock or the commodity you're trading. So how interesting is that from this low to here we hit 6.409 years, close to 7 years. Remember Gann's theory? Price and time correlate together. That's what they don't teach you at CNBC. Price and time always correlate together. And you can see it right here, 7 years. So there's something going on with uranium spot price. And, I don't have a lot of data, but I'm sure if I could get all the data I could get from uranium spot price, I could probably track down maybe the cause and the effect, but I don't have that information. And that's what Gann's theory is all about, finding the cause and the effect, and then, using risk management to trade the instrument you're trading. But anyway, I digress. From here, the 2016 low, 1850, to right now, we're already at 7.083 years. See, we already hit the mark. It's supposed to be, that September? Yeah, that was, December. I mean, we can't really go by dates because this is all monthly closes. So dates are not really that important. It's all more like monthly and years when you're dealing with monthly close charts. But anyway, from here to the Fukushima high, I was looking at 65 weeks or 650 weeks, but nothing really happened. Maybe it did happen. I can't remember. Trying to backtrack from the top of my head. I don't know if from here it exploded. I can't remember. I'd have to probably back test it. But from this high, Fukushima, we're already at 670 weeks. We already in at 85 months. And right now, from the high to this high, we're already at 16.50 years. 16.504 years. Right into this high right here. And we got a high of 136. So I'm trying to track down that price and time here. And I'm still, looking into that. But so far, it's chugging along and very far from the moving average. Let's look at neural net. This is the computer actually trading. Let's see if we could get a little closer and see how it's been performing. So far, it was peaking a high here in September or turning point, as I see and it just exploded here. So nothing really happened. There's something coming here in, I guess December, January, and then something in March. But so far, if you were trading it, direction wise, it hasn't been working because uranium spot has been going higher. Now, if you want to use it as turning point, I don't know, maybe nothing really there. December, we're here now, and then January. What is that? Yeah, you can say January or beginning February. And then the one that's probably going to be important would be March, and see how that's going to play out. Let's go to the next clip. Okay, so this is the last clip. I think this is probably one of the important ones. So we're first going to start out with our Gann fan. I don't know if you've been watching my videos, but I normally have 30, 45, and a 60. Now I have adjusted it because uranium spot blew right through the 60 angle. Now I'm using more of a traditional Gann angle, which is much fuller. So that consists of the 1x1, 1x2, 1x3, 1x4, and the 1x8. And that's all broken out here. So right now we are kissing the 1x2. So the most important angle was the 1x1, which is the 45 degree. And you can see that it kind of chopped it around here. It looked like it failed here and then blew right through with so much energy. And now we got to kiss the 1x2, which that's where we're at right now. So that's bullish. But using these angles, it could kind of tell you we could possibly stall here or we could continue pushing higher, and then it'll go to the next Gann fan angle. Next one will be from the all-time low. So far, we're chugging along good. We are above the 1x1, 1x2. So this is the 1x1 to 45. And we're very far away from that. But so far, in projection to maybe even kiss the 1x1. We even got a 1x1 Gann fan angle here, and this is like more the one I use. It is less angles, which is the 45, the 30, and the 60. And you can see that uranium spot price blew through the 60 degree angle, and it's above it. So that's bullish. A target using advanced support and resistance is 96.98, very possible. And squaring the range, so this level right here is the 1.6 level, and that's what, 93.20. And so far, it's above this important angle, which is 87.83. So let's see if we could hold that, or blow right through the 1.6 level, and then you have open space here. Now, one thing you want to keep in mind is that this square is about to end in April of 2024. So you got to be mindful of that. This is another vector or energy point that could maybe, do something. I don't know what is going to happen, but, when we get there, we'll see. But this is going to be an interesting timing point to look at uranium spot price. Now, this is from this low, just because I don't know which low is valid here from this high. And you can see that we blew right through 87.83. And we have open air. We got this angle we got to watch out, which comes into like 97.10. But so far, it's looking good. If that's where it's at, that's where it's at. In regards to percentage, this is the percentage we at as of right now from this low. 395.14%. And my Fourier, I got a video on the Fourier technique I use. So I got these are like harmonics that I'm using, and you can see that right here it's turning, and I also have a crossover right here. So I got two things happening at the same time, a harmonic peaking and a crossover happening right here, and it's in this area. So I got a lot of things with the cycles peaking here, the Dewey cycle. So the way I would end this video would be just be very cautious. If you think it's going to go higher and all that, then ride the wave. If it pulls back, don't be concerned. Don't cry. Oh, what happened? It was supposed to go higher. Don't worry about it. if you're, you're a swing trader, or you were like, you know what, this has been a nice run. I want to lock in some profit, maybe get into another sector that is depleted and no one's really interested. That's good too. Whatever rocks your boat in regards to investment, do what you need to do. It's your own money. But just be cautious. Price action is king, but there's a lot of things indicating that there could be some headwinds unseen, because there's nothing, that's out on the news that I'm aware of. But from my experience, what I see is that cycles kind of like tell you that, yeah, we're turning here. And then when it turns, something in the news, some event, something kind of comes up, and then price action just kind of follows that, cycle. But the important thing about the cycle is that it kind of gives you a warning head in advance. It's like, hey, there's a turning point here. Everything looks positive. Everything looks dandy. Price action is just grinding higher. Although I can see some of the equities, Cameco, Kazatomprom, KAP struggling. Kind of saw like a reversal candle. Just be careful, just be careful. It's okay to lock in some profit, take half off, take, 25, 50, 75% off, or, take it all off, whatever you want to do. And then, take it from there. But if you're in it for the long haul, just remember, nothing goes in a straight line. If there's going to be a little turning point and it kind of consolidates and pulls back, you can always, if you get out, you can always get back in and ride the wave. But I showed you enough evidence of, long, short term, mid term, term where things could kind of play out. And to just be cautious and don't get so worried and worked out just because there's a pullback or a correction, or they just start selling it or whatever. And you're like, oh, I should have locked in something. I should have taken some profits, or I should have done this. I should have done that. Now that the New Year's in, think about all these things, and then make an educated guess. It's not financial advice, but I showed you the things that concern me. I know what I'm planning to do once the market opens. And then I'm going to take it from there and then just see what happens with the uranium spot price. But I just wanted to kind of show you my thoughts because, a lot of people don't cover these theories and these techniques. But if you watch these videos, you're way advanced and way informed of what's going on. So I'm going to leave it at that. I don't want to take too much of your time. Happy New Year's, and I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on uranium spot price.